Good evening, world. It's 6:30, 6:28 p.m. Eastern Standard Canada Time. Ivan America coming at you on YouTube on the Salvador's channel. Yeah, you hear the noise. You hear the noise. What? I am I'm eating food, obviously. A little bit of I'm eating like appetizers, right? And my step parents made store bought lasagna. The store bought lasagna they made is gross. I'm not gonna eat that. So when I go to the store and get my beer and smokes, I'll get some Subway for myself. It's a nice Subway. I'm gonna get to tomorrow. Nice Subway. Yeah. Or I might just eat for the homeless. Dude, that saves me money, right? Yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed my video I made earlier when I talked about the Matrix. Yeah, you guys didn't have to wait long because when I went to bed earlier today, when I made my video, like a good 30 minutes afterwards, the internet cord got connected and I was able to upload it. I just went to bed. The internet cord was connected and I uploaded the video and you guys saw it in the morning. Early in the morning, you guys saw the video, obviously, right? Yeah. Yeah, guys, there's a high chance I will purchase Rights of the Matrix. But I'm gonna keep saying this, man. It's very tough, man. It's a tough choice for me. Because even though that Matrix trilogy is amazing, man, that Great Escape movie, you know what I'm saying? You're looking at an amazing movie for that movie. Yeah, man. An innocent couple who can't find jobs. Imagine a movie where you have like an innocent couple who they can't find jobs. Paul Bettany, Brides Me, and VJ. We take the job. We sign the deal with the devil, obviously. You know what I'm saying? We train the company and then we work and we become bass agents like James Bond. And like this big CIA company, like the biggest organization company ever, right? They send like trained hitmen. You know how you have something like Brian Eddie? And like taken, they have like trained fighters. Yeah. They send trained fighters and all. Like, you know how you have a country of old men that was how he brought him was that creepy hitman? Yeah, man. You have some like trained hitmen coming after us and me and VJ are kicking ass. You feel for me and VJ a lot, but we're kicking ass. Holding and Ben Affleck like, holy shit, this is a rare couple. We sent all our best hitmen after them, and they're kicking ass. Yeah, like an amazing movie. I watch I did for the end. My idea for the end is we end up bringing down the company. Like me and VJ realized that there's no getting out of Italy. There's no getting out alive. The only way we can get out alive is if we take the big boss down. Me and VJ, we had him taking the big boss on. That's my idea for the story, obviously. So in the end of the movie, you have like a final showdown with like me and like Ben Affleck, Keanu Reeves, and like VJ, and like and Scarlett Johansson, or something cool like that if you want. Yeah, I told you, even though The Great Escape will be an amazing, fun, entertaining movie, it will not be as good as the Matrix 4 movies from Sarah. I told you to purchase the rights off the Matrix, I have to make all these annoying calls to Warner Bros. I have to meet with the executives. I have to have all these talks. I have to sign that contract, give them $2.2 million. You know what I'm saying? And then once I get to give them $2.2 million, I now own the rights to the sequels for the Matrix, to make the sequel movies and the games and then the merch. And I'll hire the Wachowski sisters. And after what? After post production finished and the electoral party happens, I'll take my 8 months off. And during those 8 months, I will call the Call Sisters, fly them to Vancouver, and we're gonna talk. We're gonna discuss the movie, and we're gonna plan it out before we even start the process of the Matrix 4 movie. That way, we're prepped. The Matrix is a complicated script. Hence why I want to fly the Call Sisters a couple months earlier before they start work. Because Matrix is complicated shit. You need to be really prepped for that to write that script, obviously. Whereas Xanus is not as complicated to write as the Matrix, because I have the book. It's easier to write. Like, I don't need to fly in Peter Jackson and Mel Gibson a couple months earlier for that, because we have the script as a foundation. So it won't be as hard to write the script. Whereas Matrix, I'm writing everything from scratch, man. Yeah. I'm writing everything from scratch. Obviously. Today I might make maybe a 40-minute video, guys. I was nice enough to put out a full video earlier this morning. I made a 20-minute video and I made 2 30-minute videos, pretty much. So today I might make maybe a 40-minute video. I'm gonna shut this camera off here because I woke up a little early later today. It's 6:30, and yeah, I might make maybe a 40-minute video today. Even though you guys love when I talk about the Matrix, today I'm going to talk about Xanus. At the end of the day, Xanus is what? Xanus is the real reason why I'm starting Sky Source. If I did not write Xanus, there's a high chance I might not even start Sky Source. No, I would have. Because Ivan, did you always want to be an actor? Ever since I did a clean slate, I realized, oh my god, I want to be an actor. But even when I was a young kid, I was a funny guy. Obviously, when I was in school, I was a funny guy. Everyone thought I was funny and all that stuff. I remember my step parents told me, Ivan, you should be an actor. You know what I'm saying? I remember when I used to watch movies and all that stuff. I always had that thought, man, would it be cool for me to be a fucking movie star? You know what I'm saying? Oh, man, it'll be cool. And the whole time, the son I got, I'm bigger than all these Hollywood celebrities. It's crazy, man. I saw Will Smith. I remember watching some of Will Smith's movies on theaters. Keanu Reeves. Wouldn't it be cool to be a fucking movie star? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And ever since I was on, I did a clean slate. I signed up. You know what I'm saying? I was a clean slate. I was an extra on a clean slate. And I remember I had a blast being behind the scenes, obviously. Holy shit, this is cool. Ready, set, action. I'm like, holy shit, this is cool. I was an extra in the movie, obviously. And what? I didn't get paid for that. But they fed me. They fed me good food. I didn't get paid for all my movies I was in. I didn't get paid for anything except for one. One I got paid a nice like $80. I made $80 for one movie. Whereas all the other stuff I didn't get paid. It was all voluntary work. And I joined the Ottawa community, acting in Ottawa. It's like a small little thing in Ottawa, obviously. And what? I remember what? I remember when I was a short film on TNC. I'm like, man, I want to do this for a living. This is fucking fun. You know what I'm saying? Ever since 2014, I had that dream. My heart was with acting, obviously. And I told you my story. I tried out acting. It didn't work. Well, I had access to all these Hollywood extra stuff and everything. I had pretty good connections. But I signed with the company and I had access to like Hollywood television show extra roles, small speaking roles, all that stuff. I told you I couldn't go because I couldn't afford it. One guy contacted me, yeah, I mean, you want to be an extra in this Hollywood show? I'm like, yeah, but we need you down here in like 2 days, and we'll pay you like $100 $80 for whatever it is. I couldn't afford it because to take a plane to Virginia is like a couple $100. I was only making $500 $600 every 2 weeks. I could afford to take a bus, but a bus is just too long of a drive. It's like a 20 hour. I can't go. It's impossible for me to go. I couldn't afford it. And either way, it wouldn't have worked because the doors are locked on me, Sarah. Yeah, I had access to Hollywood extra roles, all that stuff, man. Yeah, man. editions, independent movie editions, not big budget movie editions, but like independent movie editions, independent movie editions for like a couple $1,000s. Hollywood, Hollywood what? Hollywood television shows, yeah, even Hollywood movies, extra roles. I remember I saw an ad for extra roles for Ninja Turtles 2. Yeah, I could have been an extra Ninja Turtles 2. Yeah, I had some pretty good connections, honestly. I told you it couldn't work. I didn't have enough money. I tried out acting, didn't work obviously, and I eventually put acting on hold and I went to school. Okay, what's the best way for me to act? Okay, I'm gonna tell you a little story. I already told you this story before I talk about Zanus. In 2017, I decided to to go back to school. My plan was to go back to school, get my diploma, obviously, my college diploma, obviously, right? Because in Canada, college is not the same. Whenever people say college in Canada, it's not the same. It's not the same thing as university. College is not university in Canada. College is its own thing. College is a bit like it's kind of like university in Canada, but it's not university. It's like you get a diploma in college in Canada, whereas university you get your degree. In the States, they call college university, but whenever someone says college in the States, everyone thinks university. In Canada, when you say college, it's not the same thing. College is not university. It's like pre-university. It's not pre-university. It's like university, but it's smaller than university. You don't get a degree. You get like a diploma. So I went to Heritage College, obviously, and I took design, obviously, and my goal was to get my diploma degree, whatever it is, right? Quote unquote degree, whatever it is. Get my diploma, obviously, and get a job in the government or a private company and make a nice like 60, 70, $80,000, which is what I would have most likely gotten a good job had they let me graduate. I would have gotten a nice like 60, 70, $80,000 paying job in the government or a private company, whatever it is. I also probably would have done maybe business on the side. Because web design and graphic design, you can do business on the side. Freelancing work, you make some good money for yourself on the side. My goal was to work there, save some money, write my own. My goal was to either save a good like 10, 15 grand, make my own independent movie, obviously, and sell it, or pitch to a Canadian television company in Toronto for a television show. That was my idea for acting. So even though I did design also, I always had that thought of like being an actor in the back of my mind. My heart was always with acting. Yeah, I want to be an actor badly. But I put it on hold because it wasn't working out. I didn't know there was a lockdown, obviously, and I chose to go back to school, which was a bad idea because I didn't know the doors were locking me, obviously. Sarah? Yeah. And then yeah. And I ended up dropping out of college, obviously. And then towards the end of 2018, that's when I started to wake up, obviously. Sarah? And 2019 is when I figured out the doors were locked on me, and that's when I started grinding with my book. And then it finally hit me. I'm like, oh my god, I have the keys. If I write this book, I can what? I can fulfill my dream and be an actor. I can start my own studio, and that led me to my producing video. Obviously, I'm gonna make my billions. I can easily pay the Hollywood actors of millions. Yes, I can easily turn my book into a movie, and it's a dream of mine to turn Zanus into the big screen. Hence why I'm starting Sky Source. The main reason why I am starting Sky Source is because I want to turn this Zanus story into the movie. And I also want to be a famous movie star, Sarah. That's my that's my small little story. What an amazing story. Yeah, it's an amazing story. You want to be an actor? Yes. There's no other profession I would rather do than be an actor. As being an actor is the best job in the world. Yes, being a sport athlete's cool. It's cool being a sport athlete. It's cool being a singer. It's cool, but nothing is on the same level as being a fucking big A-list movie star. Being an A-list movie star is like a dream job to have. To be a movie star is fucking cool, man. Fucking cool to be a movie star, man. Yeah, and hence, and that led me to my producing video. And now look how far I've come. I planned out my whole Skysource company. You guys don't remember? Yeah, I remember that first video, Ivan. Yeah, look how far I've come. Planned out my whole Skysource company. Came up with the name of my company. Yeah. Sky Source Entertainment. That will be the name of my film studio. Sky Source Entertainment. Or I can call it Sky Source Studios, but I mean, I like entertainment better than studios, to be honest. Yes, I own a film studio, but like most companies, no, most companies that are called studios have their own like lots, like filming lots and all stuff. Well, I'm not gonna have a filming lot. I just have my offices and I rent, I lease land on stuff. And that's why I'd rather call it Sky Source Entertainment. If the Sky Source Entertainment is better than Sky Source Studios, yeah, I like Sky Source Entertainment better than Sky Source Studios. Sky Source Productions, no. Productions means you it kind of feels small, like you own a small production company. I do own a production company technically, but it's a studio too. It's also a studio. Call it Sky Source Entertainment, not Sky Source. Sky Source Productions makes it feel very small. Call it either Sky Source Studios or Sky Source Entertainment. I'm saying it makes it sound big, obviously, like a big company, obviously. Yeah, and I'll make a good, I don't know, $10 billion off my book. And I can now fund Zanes with my own cash. I don't have to take a loan from the bank. I can fund Zanes with my own cash and my wife, obviously. Sarah. I can fund Zanes with my own cash and my wife. Obviously. I can fund Zanes with my own cash with my wife. Obviously. Now fund Zanes for $1,020,000,000. That'll be used to pay my 410 towards the cast and crew of my 17. For my secretaries, you pay them the $1 million, rich $1 million yearly salary. See the secretaries are out. Don't hate me, them then. The accountant, legal advisor, head of production, you pay them the rich $2 million yearly salary. You pay them their $500K signing bonus, and the secretaries, you pay them a $300,000 signing bonus. That way they can buy their house right away. Some Sarah. Right? That way they can buy their house right away, obviously. They can buy their house right away. The secretaries in my three. And then Jon Favreau, Dave Filoni, or Ryan Coogler, whoever I hire. Don't hate me, guys. I don't know who I'm going to choose. Peter Rice. Let's say if I choose Jon Favreau, Dave Filoni, John, pay him his $34 million bonus. Jon Favreau, Dave Filoni's bonus, I'll pay out of my pocket. Whereas the yearly salary is paid through the budget. So John gets his 6.8, he gets his 3.5 yearly salary, and his $250,000 post-moving bonus. Dave gets his $15 million signing bonus, and he gets his $2.1 million yearly salary. That's good. That's good enough for Dave. And $250,000 post-moving bonus, and you give them a piece of the profits, obviously. So secretaries get 5.5, obviously, and the other guys get double their earnings. They get 11. That way they're well taken care of. There's nothing worse than you and VJ making all that money. You pay your team a lot of money, obviously. And John, you can give him $100 million of the profits because he's a CEO of your company. And Dave, you can give him like $38 million. So pay Dave a lot of money, but I'm not going to give Dave 50. He's not worth that. Give him like $38 million, $37 million or something like that. It's $37 million, whatever it is. That's good enough for Dave. And you give John and the secretaries small little raises for each movie for the royalties. But you don't raise their bonus amount. Keep Jon Favreau's bonus at $34 million and keep Dave's bonus at $15 million. I'm not giving you a raise for your bonus. You can give Dave a slightly higher raise for the Gray Skateboard Matrix 4. Pay Dave like $40 million or something like that for the Gray Escape. Pay John 103. You pay the secretaries, don't give them as high raises. Give the secretaries like a $6 million raise with the movie. Or 7. You can give the secretaries a $7 million raise. You can give the other guys a $12.5 million raise for the Gray Escape. Give them a smaller raise for the royalties. That way they're not angry, obviously. And you give them $100,000 small raises for their yearly salary. That's a good deal for my team. And James Gunn, he's not as big as John. He's only worth like $60 million. So give him like $3 million of the profits. That's a good deal for James Gunn. $54 million around there. Ryan Coogler, you can give him like $4 million. $45 million of the profits. I'm saying. The Russo brothers, you can give them about the same thing. $45 million of the profits. Zack Snyder, you give him the same as James Gunn. He's worth as much as like James Gunn. $54 million of profits. It's a good deal. They don't make that in Hollywood. You pay them their richly salary and their nice like $25 million bonus. It's a good deal for them. Sarah? Yeah. Yeah, so Zayas I'll make for $1,020,000. Obviously. 410 towards salaries. Cast crew my 17. 10 million towards the dock, paying the camera crew their salary, feeding them, their living, their shopping expenses, their vehicles, renting the cameras, special effects, paying the editor, the editing software. It's all going towards the movie. Give me a second, guys. I gotta go use the bathroom. Skip the video if you don't want to wait. Don't hate me, I'm saying. Alrighty, sorry for the long wait. I had to go use the bathroom. I won't tell you what I did. It's gross, but I have to go use the bathroom. You don't like waiting, guys. Skip the video if you don't want to wait, man. What if you say that? Yeah, I'm only gonna make like a 40-minute video, guys. I'm not gonna make a long video today. I woke up a little late today, so I know if I make a full video, I'm gonna end up leaving the house around like I don't know 7:30 or whatever it is, 8 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? And what? And so I'll just make it like a 40-minute video, 45-minute video, and then I'll shut my camera off here and I'm gonna go take my shower and go to the store and get my experience milks. And I might get Subway or I might just eat food at home and save money, whatever. We'll see what happens. Yeah. Yeah, so 410 towards salaries for the Zane's movie to pay the cast and crew my 17. And what? And 10 million towards the documentary, looking at an amazing documentary, and 600 million towards the movie project, funding everything going towards the movie. All the sections, all the main stuff for all the sections, all the other stuff. It's going towards funding everything. There, that's why we're looking at an amazing movie. Unheard of budget. Something better than Pandora, Avatar. Something better than Peter Jackson's Middle Earth. Something unheard of. That's something amazing for the Zanus movie, man. And Peter's salary and Mel's salary I'll pay out of my pocket. Peter's 500 million will pay out of my pocket. Mel's to like 25 million I'll pay out of my pocket. There. Give Peter $450 million of the profits, 85 million base. Mel, you give him 170, give him 56 million base. That's a good deal for Mel Gibson. Or 0.4 or 0.6 for two of those guys. It's a good deal for them. And 2 million for the re-release of the Zanus movies. Every time I release a movie, they get a 2 million check in the back. It's a good deal for Peter. Obviously. Yeah. I told you, because Peter's greedy, he's going to try and push for like a $700 million contract by Peter. I'm not going to pay you that. You're fucking crazy. You're getting greedy. $450 million is enough money, man. You're just being greedy. You're going to walk away with like 300 plus in your bank. 300 plus million in your bank. That's a lot of money. You're just greedy, obviously, yeah. I'm a greedy pig. Yeah, you're a greedy pig. Stop. You're being greedy. Because don't forget, the Peter Jackson you saw in Lord of the Rings is not the same Peter Jackson you see now. When Peter did Lord of the Rings, he wasn't that wealthy of a man. He probably only had maybe $1 million in his bank. He did like independent horror movies. He was probably worth maybe $1.5 million back then. He wasn't that big. And once he did, hence why he was able to bargain for a $10 million base. Now Peter would not accept a $10 million deal to direct a movie. He would demand like $20 plus million. He's so big now. Because now he's a billionaire, he's even greedier than he was even when he started Lord of the Rings. He did Lord of the Rings. Because he's not the same Peter Jackson you saw in Lord of the Rings. And look back, when you see the behind the scenes, that's not the same Peter you see now. That was before Peter striked it rich, man. Well, he struck it rich off his base. He made $10 million, so he was already rich. But like Lord of the Rings is what made Peter wealthy, man. It made him really, really rich. He made his $250 million off of Lord of the Rings. It made him wealthy. Because now he's a billionaire, obviously he's even greedier than he even was 30 years ago. Because he's used to making a lot of money in Hollywood. He's used to sucking all the money dry for himself. That's why I guarantee you, even for Get Back, he made a lot of money for that too. And he probably took all the pie for that too, because he's greedy. Obviously, he's a greedy pig. He has greed on another level. I guarantee you, for his Get Back documentary, which won an Emmy nomination, by the way, I heard it was an amazing documentary. Yeah, I guarantee you, Peter did the same thing for that too. He took all the pie for himself for the money made off the doc. Yeah, because he's greedy. Obviously, he's a greedy pig. That's what we got to watch for Peter, obviously. But it was something right there, because he knows he doesn't make this money in Hollywood. Because he's greedy, he's gonna try and get a bigger chunk of the pie. I'm like, Peter, I'm not giving you any more, man. Any more money. This is enough money. You're being greedy. Sarah. I'm not gonna let you take the actor's money. I'm not gonna let you take what the crewman's money. This is enough money. Everyone deserves a nice pay too. It's not just about you. You have to think about others. It's not just about yourself. Even though I'm taking most of the pie, I am thinking about you guys. I'm actually sharing my wealth with you, which you didn't share anything with any of those actors. Lord of the Rings is the Hobbit. You took everything for yourself because you're greedy. Did Peter deserve to give the actors his money? No, it's his money. He can do it. He can do whatever he wants to, but the actors deserve a small piece of Peter's money, man. For Lord of the Rings, they deserve at least $1 million of his money. $750,000 of his money. At least 500, 750K, $1 million of Peter's money. Those actors deserved. Because Peter's greedy and he's cheap, obviously, he didn't give shit, obviously, because he wants every cent of that pie. I want every cent of this. He took the whole thing for himself because he's greedy, obviously. Yeah. 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 So Peter will get his unlimited budget, $1,020,000,000. I'll give Peter a $1,020,000,000 budget. He gets his what? He gets his perks, limo driver, luxury buffet, staying at the suite at the luxury hotel in Vancouver. You know what I'm saying? He gets to work on my nice Grand Hills look like property. He gets flown my $300 jet. Yes, Peter, I heard, owns a jet, but he doesn't own a $300 jet. It's a big con in his budget. He owns like a what? Peter owns like probably like a $50 million jet or something like that. I heard he owns his own jet though. Peter owns his own jet. I believe Mel Gibson owns his own jet too. But Peter, I heard, owns like a $30 million jet or something like that. 30, 40, $50 million jet he owns. But it's not gonna be as nice as my $300 jet. So when Peter steps into my jet, I'm like, holy shit, this is a nice jet. Yeah, because he doesn't own a jet. Peter can afford a $300 jet, but that's a big con in his budget. Peter probably has about $900 billion in his bank, $1 billion in his bank around there. So $300 million jet's a big con in his budget. But you can easily own a $50 million jet, $60 million jet if he wants, right? He's rich, Peter. He's rich. Peter is wealthy, obviously. Peter is wealthy. There. Peter is wealthy. He's wealthy, obviously. So Zayas will be a 4.5 year project. So first year is pre-production, second year is pre-production, third year is pre-production, fourth year is production, and then the fifth year is yep. Sorry about that. Someone needs the charger. I have to give them a charger. Yeah. And the fifth year is post-production. So first year is writing the script, doing the concept arts, making the business calls for making business calls, obviously, taking his notes, obviously, the actors getting flown in to come in and read, the board meetings. That's the first year. Second year is what? The takeouts, flying in the crewing for the takeouts. Oh, it's a schmuck.